waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider.
Y'all know I hate when I do that mess. I just be going and I be muted. Sorry, y'all, man. Let me start over. Welcome to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all hit the like button on your way in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. Punch that like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe now to TD Fans Talk. We are growing at a fast rate right now. Hit that like button. Listen, we got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. I'm trying to get everything I need to cover in a short amount of time. So, man, we got a lot to cover, okay? And I want to cover it all. Just FYI, this stream is being brought to you by Mojo Sports, ladies and gentlemen. We go over Mojo all the time. This is the sponsor of our breaking news segments and our news segments outside of our games. So make sure you show your love and support by downloading the Mojo app. If you are in New Jersey, you're able to play now. Okay. If you are in New Jersey, you are able to play right now in Mojo Sports. You get to invest in your favorite players on their rise, on their fall, whatever it may be. You get to invest. If you are not in Jersey, it is not where you are, but you can still download the app and it'll let them know that TD Fans Talk sent you. So that's a way to also support the channel. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Hold on, guys. Somebody say I'm frozen. Y'all give me a second. All right, y'all. Am I still frozen? Yes or no in the comment section. Am I still frozen? Someone said I was frozen. Am I still frozen? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to wait on you to reply. No. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Let me see here. Man, they made me remove what I had on the screen. Now I got to bring it back. All right. Griffin Gaming said I have personally come to the conclusion that Tua is an on the field performer is a left-handed Brett Favre. Keyword is on the field, not off. LOL. I guess I'm not understanding that. I guess. One moment, y'all. My bad, y'all. Just had to get baby girl. She was laying down. I'm going to wake her up and have her rocking on me for a little bit. All right. So once again, this video is being brought to you by Mojo Sports. So I'm letting you all know the QR code is on the screen. All right. You click on that QR code, download the Mojo Sports app. That way they'll know that TD sent you. So that'll definitely give the channel recognition that they know that I sent you over. Okay. Now, real quick, on Mojo Sports, man, you know I'm a big proponent of where people put their money is reality. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tua Tagovailoa unfortunately just continues to fall. Ever since that game, he had a high of about $41.36. And right now, his stock is all the way down to 38.01. Man, what a drop. What a drop. And there's been a lot of conversation about his future. There's been a lot of conversation about his future. Will he be playing football long term? All of those things. We're going to discuss those things and more because let me tell y'all something. I'm not the one for narratives. Y'all know me, man. I'm not the one for narratives. I don't do that narrative crap. And there are a lot of narratives going on right now, and they are false narratives. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down, and I'm going to show you some film to back up what I got to say. I'm going to show you film to back up what I got to say, because I'm sick of these narratives, people trying to draw narratives just to, I mean, it's the same thing they've always done. And it's sickening now. It's starting to become sickening, but that's what we do on this channel. We call out that mess. We call out those false narratives. And that's what I'm also going to do today while we're in this stream right here, okay? But again, I want to say it one more time. Make sure that you go download Mojo Sports. The link is in the description of the video and the QR code. All you have to do is back up and you'll see it on the screen, okay? All right. So where do we want to start first, TD? Let's start with Tua's updated grades. Is that a good place to start, y'all? Do y'all want to start with his updated grades, or do y'all want to dispel narratives first? Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm going to do what y'all want to do. Grades, scores, or dispel the narratives. Let me know in the comment section. We're going to go in the order y'all want to go in, because I know some people that can't usually stay long, so we want to get what y'all want to do first. So put it in the comment section. Grades or narrative? Those are your picks. Grades or narrative. All right. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I'm tripping. It's hard for me to read. It's hard for me to read to get a good vote anyway. So here's what I'll do. I'll just poll it. I'll poll it. Grades, narrative. All right, here we go. I spelled narrative wrong. Oh well, man, y'all. Well, I think I corrected it. If not, oh well, y'all got it. All right, hurry up. We're gonna get it up to about 100 votes, and then we'll know where we're gonna start. All right, hit that like button, y'all. TD, remember the Tagovailoa. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. All right, let me see what the vote is. Ooh, y'all voting quick on narrative. Y'all like screw them grades. I want to hear you dispel these narratives. Oh man, all right, man. I'm gonna end the poll. It don't even look like grades can catch up at this point. So I'll end it early, man. Gosh, y'all want the narrative. All right, we'll dispel the narrative. So let me break my film out real quick. Shout out to Greenwood Slim with the donation. Says silver lining, TD. If Tua didn't have a concussion and just played bad, we got to move on. If he did have a concussion, unreliable, we got to move on. Either way, but I'm going to throw the caveat in there in a second. Cruising Rum said Tua might as well retire. Likelihood of him hitting his head is high. No team doc should clear him knowing what they know. Absolutely. All right, let's get into narrative. Okay? Let's get into narrative, okay? Let me get myself down here at the bottom of the screen. Y'all ready for me to dispel these narratives? See, what they're trying to sell to you out there right now. And shout out to the homie Holtz on Twitter. And he has a YouTube channel, so go check him out. He always drop all 22 film. Y'all know I have the all 22 film. I could have pulled it up myself, but he already did the hard work doing every single Tua Tagovailoa drop back. It's a 7-minute video, so go check him out. Shout out to him. I just basically used his footage, and it ain't stealing because I already have access to the footage, but I use what he has because he already clipped it. He already did the hard work. So the best I can do is give him a big time shout out for doing the hard work for the Dolphin community. Y'all go check out his channel, subscribe to his channel. All right. And that is Josh Holtz. All right. He is on YouTube and Twitter, pretty prominent as well in the community. All right. Real quick, Scant said Herbert made playoffs last night. Another Tua narrative destroyed. All the narratives that have been destroyed in December of 2022. But hey, listen, let me get into this narrative that they're trying to sell us. And I am about to show y'all why they need to stop. So what they're doing is basically trying to say, we saw two different people in the first half and the second half. First half, he was amazing. Second half, it had to be the concussion from the first half. Now we about to show y'all why that narrative ain't even close to being true. It's a bunch of crap. He was the same guy in both halves, but you will also see what Green Bay did. And I'm about to, and thank God Josh Holtz put every Tua drop back. So we're going to go through this fast. We're going to go through this fast, y'all. It's a 7-minute video. It'll probably take us 20 minutes because we'll stop here and there, but we're going to go through this pretty fast. I'm going to show y'all this blaming of the concussion of why he was throwing picks and stuff is a bunch of crap. And y'all ready? And let me go ahead and dispel that narrative now. Here we go. First play of the game, throwing the flag. Green Bay made a good play, batted it down. Nothing to see there. Next play, Tua looking at the safety, now looks to the left at his first read, goes to it, Tyreek Hill. Easy money. They playing raggedy zone. This is what Tua does. This is what the Miami Dolphins do. Looking at the safety, looks to the left, hits his guy. Same play. Easy money. This ain't nothing new. Nothing impressive. Tua, next play, looking at the safety, looks to the right, throws it. That's all he does. Look at the safety to hold him and throw the ball. This is typical Tua. This is our typical offense. One read. They think that looking at the safety is one read, but it's not. It's just one read. Fakes the handoff. Tua stares at it the whole time across the middle. Waddle, touchdown down the field. Once again, when you see the sky view, you'll see Tua, look at the safety, look at Waddle, hit Waddle, first read. Now, ain't no concussion. Everything is fine. Bam. Let's go. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. All right, next play. Here we go. Tua in the pistol. Tua fakes the handoff. First read. First thing he want to do. Remember, I told y'all a million times watching film on TDPHINSTALK, we stress out the linebackers. Put a guy in the flat, put a slant coming over the top, make the linebacker choose. If the linebacker coming to the running back, you got the slant. If the slant is covered, you got the running back. Tua, first read. Got him. Perfect. Ball placement is good. He's playing his best football right now in a basic, simple offense that no quarterback would have a hard time executing. Same thing. Looking, bam. Easy. Just throw the ball where it's supposed to be. All right. Next play. Let me go back a little bit. Next play. They finally get some pressure on him. They don't go for the fake. Right there. Pressure got on him. Couldn't hit his first read right away, and we'll see. Hopefully they show the sky view. He runs the ball, dive down, everything good. Ain't no concussion. He gets right up. Next play, bobble snap. There we go. Ain't no concussion. Ain't none of that. Everything is all good. Next play, he's back to pass. Look at that. Looks to the left to look everybody off. Comes back the other way without even looking. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. He don't care what's going on over there. He just throw it. Look that way go. Look at that. Blew it up. One Green Bay Packer blew it up. He didn't care. This is our typical offense. Now, Tua looking to the right. You see that? You see that? Looking to the right. Remember I told you about those options? He's waiting to see if this linebacker drops off or not. And what does he do? He makes an amazing. Now, this is actually one of the highlights of Tua's day. This is the first time he looked down for Tyreek. It wasn't there. And he also noticed the guy was dropping down. He took a shot. Now, that's the type of Tua Tagovailoa that I want to see. And it's so rare. We done went through 10 plays, and we got one example of the type of quarterback play that you really, really want outside of the first read. Next play. Remember, we've seen this every week. The two guys, the speed burners, putting stress on the defense. They both pretty much, one stops, the other one clears, and he throws the ball. This is the touchdown. Slightly underthrown, but who cares? Great execution, touchdown. Ain't no concussion. Everything is all good. So we're playing good football. You know, he got enough time to do what he's doing. He floats it up. Everything is all good. We all really know where we want to go. Next play. Now, this is where he continues. Hold on, let me. He continues to do exactly what the plays are designed to do. One read. Hikes, looks left, goes right where it needs to. Good job. Executing. The one read is always there. Waddle and Tyreek, amazing. Now, this is the next play. Back to pass, looks left. What he wanted wasn't there right away. And I'm going to be honest, I have no idea why he stepped up right here. He got a little scared. I don't know why. I know the guy is pushing with pressure, but he steps up into his own demise. He should have stayed in the pocket and was patient because he also had Tyreek coming right across the middle, and he always misses that underneath right here. And he looks back at Tyreek right here, but it doesn't matter. He looks back at Tyreek right here. It doesn't matter. He's more shook than trying to make the play. It is what it is. Typical Tua Tagovailoa. All right. Next play, Tua looks to the right, wants to throw right away in that seam, and waits. He just waits. And it finally is there. Bam, hits him. Good job. And this one was a great execution. This is the second play I like from Tua. He looking, he waiting it, and he sees that guy about to creep open. That's great anticipation right there. And he puts it where the guy slides and makes a great play. That's two plays that I'm highly impressed out of all of them so far, outside of the typical reads. Next one, looks to the left. He wants it. Look how long he sits on this one read. See, this is what people need to understand. He sits on it so long. Hike, looking left. Now he switches his head. Now it's too late. You got to give these guys 1 second and make a decision or move on. Right here, let me go back real quick. Let me show you. The split second. Let me show you where he should have moved on. Right there, you either make the throw or you move on. But he stays, and then he moves. That little half a second matters everything in the NFL. Okay? Nothing open immediately. He goes down. He doesn't look concussed on that. Is this the replay for it? Let me see. This. No, that's nothing, right? That ain't no big deal, right? Everything's all good still. All right, back to pass, throws the quick little slip screen. That's a normal play. And we're going through this fast because we got to stop it around the middle. Fakes the handoff here, has time, and that's the play. This is the play right here. Everyone say he got his concussion. This is the play right here. Everybody say he got his concussion. Let's look at it. Fakes the handoff, pause right here. Now, you know Tua, he always ready to hit this guy in the slant right there at the 50-yard line. I don't know why he didn't. Tua's always ready to fire it in that first read. For some reason this time he never fired it. That guy at the 50-yard line is his usual target, same typical play. And for some reason he didn't fire it. I don't know why. Still got time, cocked back, and now he's like, what do I do? And he tries to extend the play, dump it off. And this is the play they say he got concussed. Now, if you really look back, the last three plays before that weren't his best selections. There were three plays before that weren't his best of decision-making and timing, right? And on this play even, he didn't hit that first read like he normally do, and it was open, which is kind of weird to me, but it's neither here nor there. But this is where his play started to slump, or did it? Now let's look at it, because they say the concussion, that hit right there, is what caused the his concussion, possible concussion, and why he was off. All right, let's explore that. Bam, right there, that hit. So let's explore it. How did Tua do after that? How did Tua look like as a quarterback after that? Was there, y'all say it was night and day. Pause. Let's go. Tua rolls left out of the pocket. Do y'all see the coverage Green Bay rolling? Isn't there a man with every man this time? Isn't there somebody chasing everybody this time? It's simple. It's a man concept with safety help. That's all. Nobody there. Tua rolling out the pocket, throws it back to Waddle late. Now it's getting tough. But Green Bay's still going to play a lot of zone. This play right here, ain't no concussion here. He just got to get rid of it, and he actually found Waddle late, which was a good thing. There wasn't no impact. So let's keep going. Next play. Great pocket. You got those guys putting stress again deep. Look, everybody's covered, following people. Tua got an amazing pocket, but he throws it. Man, this is a dime. This is elite Tua. Out of all the things we saw on this film so far, watch how elite this is. And they want to say this happened after the hit on the ground. He was concussed. This don't look concussed. Whoa! That's an elite throw. That's a throw I expect Herbert to make. I don't expect Tua to make that kind of throw. Bam! Come on. But he's concussed. He's concussed. He got an issue right now. Or is it in and out? Oh, no. We're going to dispel these narratives. That is a big boy throw from Tua. Fakes the handoff. Next play. Got time. Now he rolls out in trouble. Dumps it. He didn't hurt himself because he fell on his arm on that play. He fell on his arm. The next one, he hit the guy in the flat. Let me go back to this. The next one, he backed the pass. He hits the guy in the flat. Because what is Green Bay doing? They're starting to take away the middle of the field. If y'all notice, I want y'all to look at this play. Look at Green Bay on this play. They're starting to take away the middle of the field. Look at those same routes. Same routes. They're more concerned about the middle of the field. And Tua dumps it off. Out of bounds. All right. I don't see no concussed guy here. Now, next play, Tua back to pass, looking at the first read. This is just Green Bay. They actually got pressure on him on this. They won at the line of scrimmage. He in trouble. He rolls left, points out, throws it in the dirt. Ain't no concussion here. That's just great defense by Green Bay. I still don't see no issue with his play. Ain't nothing he could have did there. That's great defense by Green Bay. Let's see if there's anything he missed. Maybe there was an opportunity right away. Back to pass. Pause. No, they broke through right away. Ain't no route even developed yet. Ain't nothing he could have did. So this ain't no bad play by Tua. This is just Green Bay playing good against our offense. All right, let's keep it going. I still don't see him playing different. Tua fakes the handoff, back to pass. Now, usually he'll sail this one over the middle right now, but guess what? That safety ain't backing up. Y'all see that? That safety sitting right where he want to throw the ball right now. So what does Tua do? He looks at the next route with Tyreek, and he throws his first interception. That ain't got nothing to do with no concussion. He gonna throw the ball anyway like he always does, but this time Green Bay had both of those routes covered, and they're gonna show you on this view. Watch this view. Watch this. Watch the back view. Green Bay got both of them covered. Pause. Right where Tyreek is coming across, right? You see where Tyreek is about to slant in. Tua has anticipation. Tua wants to throw that ball straight in the line of sight of where that defender is just sitting. But he know he can't because it'll get picked off if he throws it right there. So what does he do? I think Tua was actually sailing this as a throwaway, but didn't even know there was a guy behind Tyreek. I think Tua realized he was about to get picked if he made the perfect throw. And he sailed it more so he didn't get picked because the ball was already headed that way. There's nothing he could do but push more on it. He knew he was getting picked off in that lane because he already cocked back to throw it. That Green Bay player is sitting right where he wants to anticipate Tyreek will be. And let me show you proof right where the ball goes. Pause. You see? The defender moved a little bit too. It looked like he was right on the money with the pass right here, don't it? Don't it look like he right on the money? But he not, because he had to get it over the linebacker, which caused him to sail it high because he couldn't throw the typical bullet he always throws because it would have been picked off. So he had to put it high, and that caused an overthrow. And the safety was sitting right there. Bam. That ain't got nothing to do with no concussion. He already wanted to throw the ball, knew where he wanted to go, and lucky for us, he actually saw the guy right there in front of him, so he kind of sailed it high. It was a bad throw, but I don't even think I think he intentionally threw it that way so he didn't get picked the first time, but not realizing it was another guy behind. Which actually, you can give him credit for that. I mean, he just didn't know the other guy was behind, but he didn't want to turn it over. But I don't see no concussion issues. That pick wasn't because he was concussed. Look at all them plays before that. Ain't no concussion situation. Next play. Back to pass. Look at this. Look at this. They guarded the middle of the field. Look at this. Tua know where he want to go. I'm actually impressed with Tua. He held on to that ball and didn't fire it on this one. Look at the crosser in the middle right there. He usually want to go for that, but look at the safety dropping on it. Look at the safety. He was going to come get it. And Tua held on to it and threw it late and still made the play, y'all. You can't tell me he can cuss. This is actually good decision making. I'm not even used to this. I'm actually shocked. This is actually still good play. He didn't throw it right away when he was supposed to, with Waddle coming across the middle. He waited because he saw the safety drop. I'm shocked because this is actually good play. Look at it. Right here, Tua wants to fire at the Waddle, but he sees the safety dropping on him. He holds on a little longer and lets Waddle clear a little more, and then he fires it and completes the pass. Where the concussion? It's still a first read. He waiting on Waddle the whole time, and then he wait for him to come clear and made the play. But where the concussion? Next play. Back to pass. Look at Sherfield coming across the middle. I don't know if that's where he going. I don't even remember this play, but he better. He better. Sherfield stopped. But he threw it to him. You can tell Sherfield was the guy that was open. Look at it. Tua, one read, looking at Sherfield, come back, bam. That's the way to play design. We got man, he going to chase you, put your stop on the dime and come back. We got the play. Where is the concussion symptoms? Where is his play dropping off because of the concussion, y'all? I don't want to hear these narratives. Tua, next play. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, Waddle in stride. Just good defense. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Where are the concussion symptoms? But one thing I will tell you, I don't want to hear this stuff about he ain't no one read quarterback. All we seeing is one reads, right? All we seeing is one read, first read. And Green Bay started figuring that out right about around here. Tua, first read, throws it, another beauty. Come on, man. I don't want to hear it no more. One read, waiting on it. He know where he want to go, putting it in the window, zone coverage. It don't get better than this. Where's the concussion? That hit happened a long time ago, and I ain't seen nothing since. Back to pass. Now, this just on Tua. He ain't all of a sudden after a great completion like that. Oh, the symptoms just kicked in. Pick. I believe him when he said it. He just called the wrong play. He screwed up. That's just a screw up. This ain't got nothing to do with no concussion symptoms. He just screwed up right here. He threw it. Linebacker made a play on him. Got him. First read. That's why. And he had the wrong first read. He thought we were throwing one of them typical slants. Next play, back to pass. And this one's funny to me. Tua thought he learned from this. I want y'all to notice this. Look at the corner on this play. Look at the corner at the bottom of the screen, right? Look at the corner at the bottom of the screen. I want y'all to notice something. Look what the corner did. The corner dropped off. Tua noticed that. Did y'all see that? Look at this. The corner dropped off. This is what got him in trouble. The corner dropped off. Tua noticed that. He said, dang, if I would have knew that. Tua noticed that. He was like, man, I could have had a big play there. If I would have knew the corner was dropping off, I could have squeezed it in to the receiver before the safety got there. You notice that? And then the very next play, he did the same thing. He thought that corner was going to follow Tyreek inside, and this time the corner dropped. Bam, got him. That's all it is. The play before, he noticed he could have had a bigger game because the corner is following the underneath, and that's what they're running. And the next play, they switched it up on him, and sure enough, that corner never dropped down to Tyreek. He backed out. I don't want to hear nothing about no concussion. They baited him twice. Tua got baited twice, and one was just a bad pick. The one where Mostert wasn't looking, that's just a bad pick. The other two, they baited him. Either way, he would have threw it straight, they would have picked him on the way to Tyreek. And he threw it over, they picked him. They baited him twice, and one of them was just a bad throw. It's that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. And that was the end of it. That's every drop back by Tua Tagovailoa in the game. I don't want to hear this narrative about you can't tell me those weren't two different quarterbacks in the half. No, Green Bay just switched up what they were doing. And they actually didn't even switch it up that much, but they start taking away the middle of the field on occasions. They start doing a little shadowing man. Not much, but they did. Somebody said you're admitting he's reading the defense, TD. No, he not. Remember what I just said to you? He noticed the safety drop down after the play. He already threw it in the flat. The corner. The corner dropped down and made the tackle. He not reading defense. He said to himself, oh, he going to drop down? Okay. In the next play, he thought the guy was going to drop down again, and he just threw it, and he backed up. He's not reading. That's not reading. That's guessing. That's guessing, not reading. Everything we saw, 90% was a first read. Yes or no in the comment section. Am I tripping? Everything we just saw on that film was at least 90% of it a first read. Yes or no in the comment section. Yes or no in the comment section. Was 90% of everything you just seen, was it or was it not a first read? He looked at the safety, then went where he wanted to go. And people mistake that with going through progressions. No. 90% of what you just saw was first read. Ain't no hiding that. It's a fact. We got a one-read quarterback, and if we lucky, he gonna get to the second one. And this notion, we had two different people in the second half. He had to be concussed. We just saw clearly he was still actually playing well for the most part of the second half. But those big mistakes got him. Them three big mistakes. Those three big mistakes got him. And it's a product of being a one-read quarterback. They're going to get you sometimes. They're going to catch you. They're going to know where that read at, and they're going to jump it. They're going to get in the way of it. You can cook all day while it's working, but all it takes is that one play where somebody feel they know where you're going, and they got in the way. No. I had to go live about this because we need to be clear about this, because people are trying to weigh that into their decision on Tua's future. Well, technically, if that was because of concussion, and we still got a great this and that and this. Tua is a guy who's going to put the ball in the spot where his receivers are supposed to be on the first read. And with total disregard of the defense in most cases. Sam Acho said verbatim, these interceptions were uncharacteristic of Tua, implying the concussion was the blame. Does he forget all the would-be interceptions? Yeah, they see, first of all, let me be something clear with you too. These analysts don't even watch Dolphin games. Let me tell you what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Acho and the rest of these hop-on Tuaneers, they ain't start watching him until like week 8 or 9. When the whole picture started to look good for him and the news was like, he's number one QBR all of a sudden. He's this. And all of a sudden they were like, oh, look at Tua. Let me hop on this. They wasn't watching games. They weren't watching games till like week 8. All of their comments were general. They weren't watching no games. We talk about people that's on TV watching all kind of games so that they could talk about them the next day. They ain't watching the details, the ins and outs of games. Acho ain't bring no film out on Tua until like week 9. So this is why I say this with Tua Tagovailoa. If you see this on film, he anticipates. He does this. He reads the defense. He ain't reading. He already know he going there. You keep on telling people he reading the defense. He know he sees these safeties drop, and he knows that his guy is going to. No, he was going to throw it even if they didn't drop. You ain't watching enough games to know that. See, the thing is, when people analyze quarterbacks on film, you got to watch over a year of film to know their true tendencies. Let me tell you why. If the safeties don't drop on a play and he ain't supposed to go to the middle and he goes all the time anyway, that's bad decision making. He's not reading the defense, right? But if the safety so happened to drop and he goes to the middle anyway, but he would have went no matter what, they automatically give quarterbacks the benefit of the doubt in their analysis to sound all smart and make them look good and say things like, look at the decision making. He notices those safeties drop back. He ain't noticing nothing. And if you watch the film long term, you'll see those are just normal tendencies. He was going to throw it whether those safeties dropped or not. But they sell it to you, and all of a sudden people come on here and argue, bro, he does read defense. What are you talking about? People do film all the time showing how he reads this and he sees that. See, Tua is the dangerous quarterback, man. He's dangerous. Mike McDaniel's offense with Tua is dangerous for your mind. Let me tell you why. If Mike McDaniel gives you a playbook of 10 plays, just hypothetically, right? And he says, all right, on this play, if it's cover 2, which most teams run on us, if it's cover 2, you'll always have the middle of the field open. So Tyreek is going to be on a deep crosser on this. When you hike that ball, what I want you to do is look to the left and get that safety off with that go route, but come back to that middle because he's going to be there. And the only thing I want you to look at is that middle linebacker to make sure he doesn't switch to Tampa and come right back in your lane. So what does Tua do? Hike the ball, look left, cock back. He don't feel that he see a middle linebacker, and it goes. It goes. And let me go a step further. It don't just go. It goes to the spot where it's supposed to end up. And Tyreek end up there, big play, down the field, whatever, right? But this is what makes it even worse. If Tyreek got bumped at the line of scrimmage, it goes, and Tyreek is short and can't get to it. And we say things like, dang, Tua just missed them. Tua ain't missed them. Tua threw it right where it was supposed to be, but he's not evaluating the field and reading the field with what's happening with the route. He doesn't have that Mahomes intellect where Mahomes will hike the ball. He'll look and he'll see Travis Kelce stumble a little. He knows where the ball is supposed to end up, but since he noticed that stumble, let me put a little less because I know he ain't going to be in that spot. You see what I'm saying? He can evaluate the speed of the receiver and know where he's going to end up. So anticipation at its finest is identifying everything and seeing and calculating where to put the ball, not the general practice. This is where you're supposed to put it. And if everything goes good with the receiver, he'll end up there. That's terrible football. But that's what we have to do with Tua. We have to hope everything goes right and he put the ball in this spot and hope the receiver ends up there. That's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks so beautiful when it works. It looked like the receivers are great. It looked like Tua's elite. It looked like all of that. But we actually have an elementary basic offense designed to make Tua look competent. Just put it in that spot, and we're going to bang on our receivers to get the job done for the rest. Get there. Receivers get to the spot. Receivers get to the spot. And nothing's wrong with that when it's working. But this is the NFL. It ain't a perfect world. If you bump and run, he ain't going to get to the spot at the same time. If you push him off his mark, he ain't going to make it to the spot at the right time. If it's man coverage, now he may get to the spot, but now you really have to be perfect with the ball because the defender right behind him. You can't mess up that ball placement. This is what we have. Ain't nobody fooling me. I've been doing too much film. I've been watching him and studying him too long. I know what he is as a quarterback. And it's sad because he can play, man. It's just, how do you get him to process, like really process? If Tua could process, listen, I'll go out on a limb to tell y'all, if Tua could process on an elite level, he could be the greatest quarterback ever. But not being able to process at all makes you not even an NFL starter. The talent he had, well, you can't be the greatest ever because you still got a weak arm. So you're still not maximizing plays. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If Tua had another 10 yards under his arm of strength, man, Tua would have had 10 more touchdowns this year. He would have had 400 more yards. Then I believe that's a fact. He would have literally been up there in that, man, well, you still got to process. Tua's missing a cannon, and he's also missing the ability to process. We have dumbed down an offense to give him options, not progressions. Every quarterback at some point in the game goes to at least a fourth progression eventually. Tua never gets to a 4. And the dump down is supposed to be the 4, but it ain't because he went through them. It's because he stared at 1, he got in trouble and saw 4 at the end. Just like the play y'all say he got concussed on. 2 wide open guys underneath. Just like the play you say he got concussed on. We want to talk about progressions. 2 wide open guys underneath. I'm going to get to it. TD, from him playing like that after his concussion, I feel like he heard all the people saying he is trash because he threw 3 interceptions. He got scared, said he has a concussion. Listen, I get what you're saying. Tua's play had nothing to do with no concussion. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even think he may have had a concussion. And if he did, it was a delayed one where he felt it in the morning or at night. And he came in and be like, man, I'm having symptoms. He still hasn't reported he had the symptoms in the game. We're making an assumption when he said, I think I called the wrong play, that might be one. But he never said nothing about having symptoms in the game. He came in and told the doctors he had symptoms. Not in the game, but after everything. I don't think Tua had a pride injury. I would hope not. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think that he really did feel something when he went home. I think, or woke up. I really feel like maybe he woke up, he was a little off and was like, man, I'm out of it right now. I'm a little woozy and out of it or whatever. He came in, told the doctors, woke up this morning or before I went to sleep, whatever he did, I was a little out of it, kind of woozy. And that's enough. You done had 2, 3, whatever already. That's enough. Something I thought about earlier today too. The truth of the matter is we don't know how many concussions Tua has had. We can't forget all the abuse he took his first 2 years and nobody ever batted an eye. He could have been concussed in many of those situations, but we never knew and he never knew. And it's scary because you don't know how much damage is on this man right now. And I hope it's very little. But we don't know. We really, truly don't know. But let me say this. There's 2 things that's going to happen here. And this is where I'm conflicted with the whole Tua situation and his future. Tua knows that if he doesn't play anymore this year, that's his career. Many teams ain't going to want to deal with him for number 1. Or they'll bring him in as a backup. And number 2, he knows if he don't get out there, that's his career. You can't extend a 5th-year option. You can't move on without him finishing the season. Because don't forget the 4 weeks he just had. I mean, you can't overlook that and just think that he still did enough to the 5th-year option. You still wanted to see 2 more weeks and make a decision. He knows he got to get out there. So he's going to try to get out there. I don't think they're going to allow him this week because it's bad optics for the NFL. Because if he get hurt again, it's just over for the NFL. I mean, Congress might get involved. All I know. They know that they can't put that man out there this week. And if they do, they know it's going to be huge scrutiny. Big time scrutiny. And I'm going to tell y'all, the NFL probably tired of it anyway. Every time they get a case like this with a specific person that keep on, too much. You're bringing too much attention to the Shield. We got to get him out of here anyway. I wouldn't be surprised. No, I said Congress, yeah, because Congress does step in on things like this, believe it or not. Congress will say, are you doing things? It's just like employees. If you have a bad work practice, Congress will call you in and question you about your practices. This happens. I mean, real talk. Trust me, I know. No different from Facebook and all of these platforms and stuff. Congress have called every single one of them in for certain practices. But anyway, listen. I'm conflicted, and here's why. He may, in his mind, feel like I got to get out there even if it's not good because this is my career. But then there's a piece of it for me that's like, he's also a high character guy. His morals and stuff. He might actually come out and hang it up. There's two things that could happen. He might come out and hang it up. This man has a wife and kids now, if I'm not mistaken. And at the end of the day, everybody has to exercise a certain level of wisdom. You can be entering into a territory where you can literally be entering into a territory where it's not about the constant concussions. It's about how it can affect the way you treat your family and other people around you. I mean, y'all need to go watch the movie Concussion. Go look at these men and how it was affecting them and their families and how some of them start living in their cars. How CTE is no joke. Once you get that fourth concussion, doctors say that you start to enter into the brain damage and CTE realm. Once you get that fourth one, every concussion is a bruise, ladies and gentlemen. A bruise that just doesn't heal overnight. It doesn't heal right away. A bruise is there. And when you get another bruise on top of the original bruise, it bruises more and makes it worse. Concussions are bruises to the brain. Eventually, that bruise turns into a sore. Every time you get one of those bruises, your brain releases a chemical that it's not supposed to release. That's in your brain, but it's supposed to stay wherever it is, but it releases it. And it is a bad chemical for you. These are facts. This is how it works. So as it releases, CTE is no joke. What Aaron Hernandez did in his life was tragic and terrible. But when you find out the man has CTE, some people still don't feel bad, but you got to take those things into consideration. And when you watch that movie, which are accounts of real stories, you'll see these men are losing it. Losing their families because of the way they're treating them, because how mean they are, how spasmodic they are. There's two things that can happen. He's going to fight to play for his future, or he's going to hang it up himself. It's that simple. All right, man. That's enough on that film. As y'all see, that narrative is out of the water. Ain't no way Tua is concussed, and that caused his play to decline. Because I just showed y'all there was no difference in the way he was playing other than those three plays. Everything else, first read, still hitting them, and then the Green Bay Packers start jumping in those lanes. And all those passes that was picked, with the exception of that first one, was still on the money. They were still on the money. So it is what it is. Yeah, in my opinion, T-Rich, you must have just got in here because we watched film to back it up. As soon as that hit, y'all say he got concussed on, after that, he was still eating. Making big boy throws, right? He was still making plays in the zone, in the easy. He was still making plays. Nothing looked wrong. After that hit, he was still cooking. When he starts scrambling and getting rid of the ball, that was just Green Bay great pressure. And those picks were just bad plays by him. And we see why he did what he did. And they fooled him. They baited him twice, and one of them was just a bad throw. That's what happened. He got baited twice. And the other one was a bad throw. It's that simple. That simple. Now, let's switch gears real quick because it's time to go over to his updated grade. Tua Tagovailoa's updated grade, all right? Y'all going to be shocked at this, okay? All right, so, and this is how he grades out for me, all right? This is how he grades out for me. He did actually, whenever I put it together on my scale, he did a little better than I thought he would. He did better on my scale than I thought he was going to. But he's still dropping. But he did a lot better. All right, here we go. Let me change the view. All right, here we go. There you have it. So the updated. Here's your updated. So that we haven't done this in 4 weeks, y'all, since he start tripping. So here are the grades in those weeks. C, D minus, C minus, and a D. That is based off of my grading system, so there was no bias in it. This is what he, now I know a lot of y'all would have thought F, 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 but when you put it all together, this is what he ended up. This is what he ended up on my scale. San Francisco game wasn't great, but at the end of the day, he still put up yards. The yards carried him on the rating. The touchdowns carried him, and his availability carried him. Against the Chargers, that was his worst one. He was a D minus, almost an F by 0.7. 0.7. 2 fumbles. You know what? I haven't factored in any fumbles in my rating. I should have thought of that, but I'm going to give him the bone. I'm going to throw him the bone. It ain't that serious to me. It is what it is. Okay? D minus versus the Chargers. Just wasn't good in many areas. He didn't throw no picks, though, and that was good. But he ended up a D minus, a 60.6 on my scale. Buffalo, C minus. The yards hurt him this time. That's what really got him. And his PFF grade, which is the play on the field, got him as well. But he still graded out 72.3, which was a C minus. Sunday, he was a D, 67.3. He got it on the yards, and that's what carried him. PFF wasn't good. Turnovers, obviously pretty bad. Touchdowns under the required average. Now, remember, before these 4 weeks, Tua was at a 96, and we were like, whoa. And then he went down to a 92. Then he went to a 87 or something. I want y'all to go in the comment section. Remember, we said he need to be an 84 by the end of the season to be considered a franchise quarterback. In my eyes, on my grading scale. Even though I still have to factor in the eye test, this is like 30% of my evaluation, his score that I give him. So we said he need to be an 84. What do y'all think Tua has been on the season so far? What do y'all think he's been on the season as a whole so far? And then I'll reveal it. What do you think he is on the season so far? What grade? From 0 to 100. 86, 77, 79. I want to see if anybody hit it. Yeah, B and D. This is what Tua is falling at right now. He's still above the 84 with my grading scale. He is a 84.9. And the target is 84. He is a B. Unfortunately, what I think is going to kill Tua is missing the next game, because y'all remember it counted against him when he missed these games earlier in the season. Because remember, the biggest factor that I put on my grading scale was, it ain't a big factor, it's only 10%, but it's availability. His availability. And then he's unable to hit his stat targets. Even though, lucky for him, he was above in all his stat targets, now he's below, but he's still 90% of his targets. He's still in the green. He's still good. The yards are still good off of what we want him to be. He's just he 91% of what we wanted his yards to be right now at this point. And that's still good to me. But I think what's going to happen if he misses next week, that is what's going to ultimately kill him on this scoring system, because we didn't expect him to miss anymore. Y'all remember I told y'all, I said his availability hurt him, but if he keep playing games, that score is going to go up. Right now he's at 80%, and that's still good, but missing another game or two is going to hurt him, and that's probably going to drop him. Man, his rating may go as under 70% because he ain't getting the stats. He's not getting any of that. He's not getting any of it. And that's not going to be good for him. So that's where we are right now. It's not bad, though. This is actually still good. This is still good. Unfortunately, we know the factors on the outside right now just aren't working in his favor, because these concussions are serious. Dang, man. This is just tough. Not just him, but the Dolphins. Shout out to Mikey. Just became a new member of the channel. Salute to the 600 people watching. Make sure you hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to TD Fans Talk right now. Again, salute to Mikey. Just became a member of the channel. Thank you, brother, for your dedicated support that you're pledging. All right. But he's still good, man. He's still holding on above 84. He's still holding on above 84 with 2 weeks left. And I'm sad to say, I know he's not going to end the season over 84 if he misses games. And this is what it came to. His availability ended up getting him at the end. Even if he plays better, his availability came and got him. And this is the thing with Tua. We knew that there were a lot of factors that he needed to improve on and do to become the guy. Some people, it's debatable whether he checked a lot of those boxes or not, but unfortunately, that's one box that it looks like is about to come to the point to where he's not checking. He missed 2.5 games this year, and I told y'all earlier in the season, it ain't a big deal. I told you if he missed more than 3, that's a problem. He only missed 2.5, we okay. But I think that's what it's going to end up coming down to. His availability getting him in the end before we could even identify if it's worth moving on, worth continuing. And listen, my overall grade is higher than PFF. PFF had him as the number 1 quarterback, but now Tua is an 81.9 on PFF. His PFF grade is lower than my overall evaluation. And I'm going to tell you now, the reason why my evaluation is higher is because his stats are higher than expected. He's doing really good in stats this year. Those 3 picks are starting to drop his stat rating. And if he continues to turn the ball over, it will really hurt him. But at the same token, he's still, with only 8 picks, is still been very good with taking care of the ball when you really think about it. So this is tough. Let me go ahead. We're going to go through PFF. We're going to look at PFF and break down what PFF has to say. Let me pull that up real quick. Y'all give me a second. We're going to pull up PFF on the screen. We're going to see what they have to say. All right, share screen. All right, here we go with PFF. Let's go. Our guy, Tua. We're going to do the team as well, y'all. All right, here we go. Tua Tagovailoa. Still 7th in the league in touchdowns, 17th in interceptions, so he's in the middle of the pack. He's 10th in yards, even though he missed games, so that's strong. 17th in attempts. His overall rating, 81.9. Passing is an 81.4. Rushing, 52. Let's go to the premium stats. And like I said, I appreciate y'all donations because the premium stats do cost. So thanks to y'all. This is what a chart looks like on the year. Y'all see this? All you got to do is look at the offense, OFF, and look down. That's the chart for the year. That's what it looks like, a rainbow. Not much, but you know what I mean. At first, we started out, if you take out these 4 weeks, it looked real solid with green and blue. But now it just looks like a roller coaster of all kind of colors. And that's where the issue lies. And I want to show y'all this too. I want to show y'all this. Let me do this real quick. Y'all see all this color mix up? Like yellow, orange, and red is an issue. Okay? Yellow, orange, and red is an issue. And when you count on offense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow, orange, red. That's just what you were in the game. That ain't that yellow, orange, red is not great play from a franchise quarterback. You want that rare. In 17 games, you want to try to do 3 to 4 max, and that ain't even great. That ain't even great. But 3 to 4 max. 3 to 4 max. And I honestly want to be around 3, but 3 to 4 max is what you want. And Tua's running right now 6. He's running 6. Okay? We can go other players. We could go other players to put it into context. Let's go franchise quarterbacks. Let's do Patrick Mahomes. Let's see how many games he's had in that color territory. 1, 2. He's had 2 against Denver and against the Chargers. He's had 2. See all that green? This is what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Pick another quarterback. We want to look at their color chart. Pick another quarterback, y'all. Let's go Joe Burrow. Because I know he had some rough games. Let's see how many. Hey, I'm spelling it wrong. Joe Burrow. Because they trying to put him back in the MVP conversation. Joe Burrow, 1, 2. Wow. I thought he had a lot more worse games than that, but he didn't. 1, 2. He's had 2. 2 games in the yellow, orange, or red. 2. Yes, of course. Carter, you don't have to ask that, okay? 2. Oh, Herbert. Mm-hmm. No, not yet. Let me go. Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow had appendicitis first game. Well, either way, I don't care. He had them. All right. Herbert has had some bad games. Let me color define. One, two, three, 4, 5 for Herbert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying 5 for Herbert. 5 for Herbert. I know some of them are like close to green, like light green, but I ain't giving them the benefit of the doubt. Usually it's yes. Yeah, you mean the rose? Yeah. Usually it's 60 or below. But skip the orange. Nah, we're gonna count them. It is what it is. Herbert ain't gonna get no pass. Let me go back to Tua and let me see, because usually it's 60 or below. I want to see if I counted any of Tua's 60s or above. Because the cutoff is typically 60. 1, 2. So Tua had 163, but that's prominent yellow. That's yellow. Herbert, let me see how many above 63. 63 or below. 1, 2. He's had 2 games 63 or below. Tua's had, I forgot how many we said, 5 or 6. Herbert's had 2 games 63 or below. Hey, I think yes, you can have it. And Tua has had how many 63 or below? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 63.5. Same thing, though. Regardless, I still don't like Herbert's play overall. Matter of fact, what's Herbert's season? 76-9. So he's, that's a fair, 76-9 is what they would say is a good quarterback. So he ain't having a great season at all. When you look at his career, rookie year, 79-9, and he was amazing. That's where you start to get into much better. 90 is just GOAT level to end the season. And now 76-9. He got 2 weeks left. He got 2 weeks left to impact it. We'll see how that ends up. So he ain't having the best of seasons. But it ain't a slouch as well when you put all 3 together. Any other quarterbacks, y'all? Any other quarterbacks? Yeah, I know his O-line sucks and his weapons ain't been there and all of that. At the end of the day, we get it. Our eye test and what we know, he's a great quarterback. But, I'll be fair. Putting that in the context, 76-9 is good. Really good. It's really good to not have anything, because we know what Tua is without anything. We know what he was, 65 and 68. So I get it. Okay. All right. You said Josh Allen, that bum. He probably had, I hope he had a lot of bad games. Probably didn't. He gonna shock us and not. 60. Let's make the cutoff 64. Something like that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 4 this year. And remember, he had a bad patch where he was playing like trash. It's something also about them Jets that be getting them. Twice the Jets, 60.7 and 63.3. The Jets, I don't know what it is about him in his career, but the Jets give him fits every time. But he had 4, and that ain't good. But look at his overall. That means his other games were so great. He is a 90.4. His PFF is a 90.4. Ridiculous. Look why. 91.5, 90, 88.7, 90. And his mediocres are 73, 77, a big 89, 75, 75, 81. This is why. This is why. See, you can live with 3 or 4 games like that when you're getting all your other games are beyond on point. Lamar Jackson. Let's see what Lamar do with no weapons. Let me see how he grade out. All right, Lamar with no weapons. Ooh, here we go. 85-2 overall. One game. 64 is the cutoff. 2 games. Only 2 games. 58 and a 58-8 versus Denver. But look, he only played for 4 attempts. Most people won't even count that. It ain't like it's half a game. 4 throws in that game. And he was 3 for 4. Actually a good completion percentage, but that's one of them. So most people wouldn't even look at that. I take this all day, every single freaking day. And you know what I love the most? Look at that run grade. None of these other quarterbacks got a run grade like that. Josh Allen, close, but that run grade, man, is huge. But yeah, Lamar is a lot better than it seems, right? Who else y'all want? Put it in the comment section. Zach Wilson. Oh, man. I ain't know why y'all got me doing this. Zach Wilson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in a row. 7 in a row. Boy, he started the season and against Miami, man. Ever since our game, he just tanked. 7 in a row. Now, this is where, oh my gosh, 46 on the season. Jalen Hurts. Let me just put Hurts in. It should come up. Jalen Hurts. Let's see. Hurts got one. That's it. God dog. Hurts that dude this year. Hurts got 1. And he's averaging right in that 70-80 range. He ain't putting up no 90s, but he's consistent. That's the thing you see about Hurts. He is consistently consistent. And look at his interceptions. We thought Tua was doing this thing. Look at his interceptions. With more attempts. He got 500 attempts. No, 425. Tua got 400. I know he played more games, but that's the point. Look at this. He only missed 1 game. Hurts that dude this year, man. This is what you call solid quarterback play. Just consistent for your team. Every week, just being consistent. You ain't over the top. You ain't under. You just consistently delivering. Whether you got everything around you or not, this is what you want to see. Trevor Lawrence, I see y'all begging for Mr. Lawrence. I spelled it wrong. Yep. All right. Trevor. How you spell Trevor? Y'all help me out with Trevor Lawrence. O-R? Is it O-R? Yep, Trevor Lawrence. Let's see. I know he got some bad games. Jacksonville fighting to get back in it. All right, Trevor Lawrence. 1. He got 1. And that overall grade, 77.5 is solid. It ain't great, but it's solid. He only got 1 under 64. Oh, no. 2. That 27 was so bold. Oh, wait. Am I looking at the right person? I'm way wrong. Y'all forgive me. 1. Wait, hold on. 1, 2. I can't read. 3, 4. He got 4. My bad. Yeah, I'm finna say what? Man. But 4. He got 4. He still ain't nobody had the 6 yet other than Zach Wilson like Tua. And Tua missed 2.5 games. Who else y'all want? What other quarterbacks you want to compare with Tua? Fields? Fields got to have plenty. I don't know. Maybe I'm judging them because I don't watch their games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 5. And look at that mobile rating. 91-1. His passing is 58-3. Just terrible. But still ain't got the 6 Tua got. And has he missed any games? He must have missed one game, I'm assuming. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he missed week 12 or 14. I know one of them was his bye. So he missed one game. So he got less bad games than Tua, and Tua missed 1.5 more games than him. I'm telling y'all, Tua's overall ain't as good as y'all think. He got too many stinkers. Mac Jones, all right, now we getting there. Now we gonna even it out. Yeah, I'm sure Mac has. All right, 64 is the cutoff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. He got 6. And Mac ain't played all the games either, so he worse. He played less games than Tua, maybe. Biggest factor in these comparisons, 6'2 versus 6'6. Man. Any more quarterbacks? Let me know now. Ryan Tannehill, he out for the season, but he did play enough games. I know 2 stinkers alone for sure. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 4. And now he's going to miss the rest of the season. He ended the season at a 74.5. Your average quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, Lord Jesus. Red light's about to come. Thank you. Let me see. Russell Wilson. Who is going to be ugly? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got 6. I know he got a lot of things close to 64, though. 64-4. He got a 67. He got a 64-2. So he got a lot of them close to it as well. But he's still, everybody with these 6, they just been bad. Tom Brady. This will be an interesting one. This will be interesting. Because I don't look at this. Tom Brady got 4. And it's mainly the last 3 games that they've actually won. Tom Brady only got 4. You would think he got 10 this year, the way things been going. Look how many times he done threw the ball. 671, y'all. I'm shocked he only got 9 picks. And when you think of it, man, hey, when you really think of Tom Brady, if you take the last 3 weeks out, it seems like he might be just as on fire as Tua. Look, this man got 6 picks in the last 3 weeks. That means before that, he only had 3. This man went all these games. That's interesting to me. All right, here we go. And he been missing his receivers in and out too. And that O-line banged up. All right, y'all want Aaron Rodgers? Let me see. Rodgers. Where are you? There you go. All right, here we go. Ugh, I want to puke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 5, but he got a lot of them close to crossing the line too. This is ugly. but he in the average quarterback range this year. We did Lamar Jackson. He did his thing. Lamar is just fine. Who's been the best quarterback so far? Was it Jalen Hurts? I forgot, y'all. Who been the best quarterback we looked up so far? Okay, y'all said golf. All right, we'll go golf. Look like we're gonna end up going all of them. Yeah, Hurts been the best so far. All right, golf. Ugh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This man, oh my gosh, this man got 9. Putting up all them yards and stuff, but nope. He got 9. Geno Smith. All right, Geno still holding on strong, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 5 games under 64. Deshaun Watson. All right, let's look up that small sample size. One, 2. He got 2. His first 2 games. Derek Carr. All right. See Derek Carr this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you see why these teams in the situation they in. 7. Wow. Somebody said Purdy. He ain't played many, but okay. I get it. 1, 2. He got 2. Kansas City, when he had to get thrown in the game, they didn't do much. And then Miami, he didn't even have a high score in that game. So there you have it. Actually, he's getting better and better. That's what this thing says. He's getting better and better. Who else? We already did Fields. Dak Prescott. 1, 2, 3. He got 3, but he ain't played all them games. Kirk Cousins, that's a good one to do. Kirk boy, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 5. This is why these guys are what they are. 76-2. They put up numbers. See, this is no different. This that round. They put up numbers, but are they really impacting their team? Mike White. He has none. He only played 3 games, but none of them's been under 64. Tyler Heineke, man. You're going to have to give me Heineke's spelling. I don't know Heineke's H-E-I. H. All right. Taylor. You said Tyler. I don't know why I put Tyler. Man, why you had me look up this trash? This man had 1 game over the threshold against Philly, which is shocking, a division game. Man, I don't waste my time like that no more. Daniel Jones, he's been a starter, yeah. I haven't looked at how he's really done this season. It'll be interesting to see how he's doing under his new coach. 1, 2, 3. He got 4. He got 4. He got 4. All right, dang, we don't went over like everybody now, right? I ain't doing no Garner Minshew. Y'all stop, man. Y'all got me wasting time now. We already did Tannehill. Think we've done just about everybody that's relevant. Kyler Murray. All right. Kyler Murray, and then we'll do Davis Mills. Kyler Murray, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trash. That's why I told y'all they shouldn't give him that money. Davis Mills, just trash, man. They done, and then now they done. Oh my God, this is what I'm talking about too. They done gave him that money, and now they stuck. I wouldn't have never did that, and now they stuck. Davis Mills, trash too. 1, 2. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pickett. Kenny Pickett. 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 4. Teddy Bridgewater. 3. Even though he ain't play all them games. The first game he had 2 snaps. And then that third game, so he only played 2 games. So he got 1 out of 2. See, I told you, look at the Minnesota game. Told you they were just fine. Look at Thompson. Skyler. Oh, I'm on the wrong person. This one don't count. That one don't count. That one don't count. Minnesota 89-3 and the Jets. So just like Teddy, he got 2 games. I don't remember him playing a play in Cleveland. 1 play. So he 89. I told y'all, man, I don't want to hear nothing what people got to say about that Minnesota game. It ain't no different than what Tua would have did. They put up massive yards. They played well. They just beat us. All right, man. I think we don't win over everybody. I'm not doing no Matt Ryan. I'll do Jimmy G. I ain't wasting my time with certain people. Yes, sir. Then find something to do. Talking about you bored. Jimmy G, 1 game, 2 games, barely. 3, 4. 4 games for Jimmy G. Yeah, 4 games. Already did Brock Purdy. We did all these people y'all talking about. We did all of them. Let me do this. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Where's the... All right, hold on. By position. Um. So this is stats. I want to look at overall rating for all quarterbacks. Y'all give me a second. So they don't have it. They only got the passing. I want passing, rushing, all of that. So right now, why is Andy Dalton on here? Tua is number 4 if you exclude Andy Dalton with just the passing grade of 81. Not well, hold on. This ain't right. My bad. Here we go. This is accurate now. Yes. Yeah, get all you want. Do Justin Fields. We did Justin Fields. We did him already. I'll do him again since you ain't catching. You sent the donation. All right. Fields. Justin. Oh, sorry, y'all. Yes, Carter. Yes, you got it. It's all yours. All right, Justin Fields. Offense. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 5 this year. Justin Fields got 5. Trust me, y'all, we did just about everybody. Some of y'all just coming in late. But let's go back to the quarterback chart. I ain't gonna lie, Tua, the overall offensive grades, Tua has failed to 9th. He was 1st, then he was 3rd, then he was 6th. Now he's 9th at 81.9. Let's see if anybody under him threatens him. Jordan Love is at 79s, but we don't count that. Aaron Rodgers, 78, and he's starting to play his best football, so I can't even say Aaron Rodgers won't end up over him. Trevor Lawrence is 77, and he's trying to play his best football because they have to have great football play. He might end up over him potentially. Herbert, 75 and below, I don't think you got a shot, but Herbert still has a chance. Mitchell Trubisky, they ain't counting that. Kirk Cousins is down there, but that's what he is. He gonna stay there. Dak Prescott's gonna stay there. Well, some of these guys got some easy opponents, so they may put up some last 2 weeks stats big time. So this is where everybody like, oh, can Tua stay in the top 10? He's dropped himself all the way down to 9. I told y'all I need a top 8 quarterback, but I'm top 11 will be fine. I'm moving the goalposts. A lot of people said, can he become a top 10? Well, right now on his season, he's 9th and he missed some games. If he comes back against these 2 teams, will he be able to light it up or will he continue to have bad scores? Because I'm going to tell you, if he played 2 weeks like the last 4 weeks and he continued to have bad scores, 2 are going to end up somewhere around 73 for the season. 2 more weeks of bad play, well, maybe 74-ish. He'll end up around 74. He 81.9 right now. This man came from being like 93 or something like that all the way down to 81.9. 81.9. And let me tell you, he would have been lower, but he's actually improved his running grade. You see the running over here is up to 52. He's been less than that most of the season. He's actually been improved that just because of the few scrambles that he's done. But yeah. And I told y'all the reason why his score was so high is because he hadn't turned the ball over. But when you look at it, they're creeping up now and that score dropping. He keep turning it over. He really in trouble. Look at interceptions on the season. Derek Carr leads the way. Let me go at least. I don't want all these bums. Yeah, let me go backwards. Ain't that? So there's actually a lot of quarterbacks that have less interceptions than Tua. I didn't realize that this year. Quarterbacks in general are just taking care of the ball. Zach Wilson, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Carson Wentz, Heineke, Tannehill, Brissett, Hurts 5, Daniel Jones 5. Man, those are interesting. The rest of those don't even count. Yeah, the rest of these guys don't even count. But yeah, he right there in the range with Matt Stafford, Andy Dalton, Mac Jones. Tua got the same amount as Mac Jones. Geno Smith in that range. So yeah, this is where we are, man. This is where we are. I'm starting to feel even badder, man. It's just not good for him. All right, Miami Dolphins. Look at this overall score for the teams. The Miami Dolphins are the 8th ranked scoring team, like scores. That like all together, we're the 8th best team on PFF. 8th best with our roster, the grades on our roster. And it's a shame because we got teams under us doing better. Buffalo, that's a shocker. Offensive ranking, the Dolphins are 4th. Defensive ranking, Dolphins are 12th on PFF. And this is what I be telling y'all. Look at how many other defenses on PFF. They players are just bad. Just bad. We only pay attention to our team, but it's a lot of bad stuff out there. All right, let me go to the Dolphins though. Still got to look at our players. Report. Oh man, a lot of stuff here. Why does our defense give up so many points? Because our offense keep them on the field. You ever thought about that too? Give me a second. All right, I'm good. Okay, let me see. Thank you. I'm trying to go to regular PFF now. Let me get out of here and go to PFF. The basic version. Dolphins. This is what I wanted. So, all right. So, like I said, Tua is 9th out of 35th. So that's the bottom. That's the top of the second quartile. That's the top of the second quartile. So he's not a top tier quarterback. 4 tiers. He's the top of the second quartile right now, based on PFF. Trent Sherfield 78th. Tyreek number 1. Waddle number 9. That's why he didn't get snubbed, because there's 8 other guys. Even though Pro Bowl isn't just PFF, it don't go off of PFF, but there are guys grading higher than Waddle. Jeff Wilson 44th. Raheem Mostert 31st. Ingle 4 out of 7. Mike Gesicki 44th out of 74. So forth, so on. Connor Williams 4th out of 39. This is what you got. Eichenberg is coming back off of IR. They put Myles Gaskins on it. So Eichenberg is now active, if I'm not mistaken. It was the last day they had to make a decision on him on there. Robert Hunt still doing his thing. Brandon Shell. Teron Armstead is falling. He's 14th out of 81st now. Still solid, but that ain't, I'm going to be honest. We paid for him to be top 5. I'm just saying. Look at Greg Little, dead last in the NFL. Yeah, I mean, our O-line is just not it. Let's go to the defense. Kader Kohu, that's very good based off of who he is, his draft status. That's amazing. Nick Needham out of there. Keon Croson, just terrible. X, terrible for who he is. He is grading just terrible. Just terrible. He's good in a run defense and trash and pass. Brandon Jones this year, when he did play, wasn't doing good. Eric Rose still trash. Javon Holland, that's not going to cut it if you the big-time future. It's just not good. Told y'all. Duke Riley ain't grading out good. Jerome Baker. I'm shocked at Jerome Baker's. I don't know how this is, but I got to give him his credit. Okay, good job. Good job, Jerome. Oh, man. Okay, Jerome. All right. Maybe I apply a little too much pressure on you. I think I had made my mind up, and maybe I'll start reevaluating that. Landon Roberts, no good. Zach Zeiler, 21st out of 125 is really good. But last year he was top 10, so Raekwon Davis, horrible. John Jenkins, bad. Christian Wilkins, 7th out of 125. That's that dude. Emmanuel Ogbah, when he was here, trash. Bradley Chubb, for what we paid you and traded for, that's trash. We need way better than that. Melvin Ingram ain't doing much. I mean, it's solid. I guess for what he is and what we paying, that's fine. Andrew Van Ginkel, that's nice. Maybe he need more reps. And Jalen Phillips, now that's what we need you to be. 11th out of 120. Now you becoming that dude. All right, I ain't know that, but that's what's up. That's what's up. This is nice, man. I know y'all still want to talk about Tua. So we'll also do a dive in. We'll do a quick dive into Tua Tagovailoa, the advanced stats, see what it tells us. Let's see what it tells us. All right. So we already know what his offense is. We've done that. Okay. Passing. This is where we are here. Here we go. Passing. Okay. Well, we know that too. I'm tripping. Let me go to, all right, pass concepts. So, all right. So this is interesting. All right. Let me make sure I read the key. All right, cool. 43% of the time is play action, which is interesting. We play action 43% of the time. When we play action, Tua is actually 64.9% completion percentage. Tua is struggling this year in completion percentage. He's a 64.8, y'all. That's not typical. He's usually a 69, 70. That's his string, bread and butter. But that's why I told y'all this all accuracy thing. He's actually, and listen, believe it or not, he wasn't doing so good even before this losing streak. Okay. But 64.9 in play action, 1,500 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 8.9. He got 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions out of play action. That ain't good. You got 4 for 4 out of play action. Maybe that ain't where it's at for us, like people think it is. So 75 rating, 0.7 in play action. No play action, more of a that's 56.9% of the time. So obviously the other amount, almost identical completion percentage, just 0.3 less. But he got 21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So he's much better in non-play action. Everybody like, ooh, you get to play. What did I tell y'all? They say if he had a run game, he would be even better. I said Tua actually with a run game is worse. And when you do that play and they like it opens up the play action, he's actually worse in play action than he is non-play action. He's an 80.4 in non-play action. When he got time to see what's in front of him, and maybe he can go through a few things instead of the fake handoff and the defense coming. So this is play action is actually where he throw a higher percentage of picks. And think about it. Where should the big time throws come from, y'all? Play action, right? You would think that his big time throws are in play action. Look at this. Big time throws in play action, only 2.2%. That's where you're supposed to take the big time throws. Non-play action, 5.9. It ain't adding up. Turnover worthy plays in play action, 8. Non-play action, 11. So he have turnover worthy plays regardless. It's still regardless. That don't matter. That don't matter for him. He got 10 drops in both scenarios. What is BAT again? Let me make sure. BAT. I think it's batted passes. Yeah, batted passes. That's correct. Passing concept. All right. So batted passes. DPR. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, pressures. All right, pressures. That's what it is. DPR. All right, DPR pressures. He's getting pressured in both situations, regardless. Time to throw. He get more time in play action, and non-play action less time. Scramble first. So he's actually better in non-play action, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the rating: 116.2 in non-play action, 91.2 in play action. And then you go across to the screens. That's a small sample size. He is very high completion percentage in screens, obviously, because it's a screen pass. We don't run it much at all, only 96 yards. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Still ain't the greatest rating. Non-screens is the rest, and we already know where we are on that. But yeah, what this tells me is that Tua is way better when we don't run play action. Tua is a better quarterback in non-play action. Everybody think the play action open it up. He's actually better when we don't run play action. That's what that tells me. Let's go to the next category. Passing concept, passing depth. All right. Deep balls, and we know he's going to be high in that because he float them up. 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He has the highest passer rating that he has. His intermediate, where he improved this year, 88.6. And what did I tell y'all? Behind the line of scrimmage in the 0 to 9 yards, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he is just falling off a cliff. I have no clue why. I have no clue why, as far as, and a lot of this has to do with his decision making when he throws these. His decision, like he on the wrong target, he got other opportunities, and he still do it. That's what PFF really dinging him from, in my opinion, is his decision making in these areas. And again, his ball placement is just pretty bad. Man, this thing won't come over. This thing sucks. All right. That's wait. Let me see. Was there something else on passing depth? Yeah, so look at this. This is interesting. Deep center and deep right. Deep center and deep right, he got the highest. On the left side of the field, now y'all going to notice a trend here. Tua is the worst on the left side of the field. He is not good. He is not good throwing to the left. Deep left, look at the massive drop-off. Intermediate left, look at the massive drop-off. Short left and short right, but that's short passes. I told y'all he's just not good at them short passes. But the middle of the field, he's straight on everything. Behind the line of scrimmage, you ain't looking at the middle of the field. It ain't a situation. But the short and intermediate short throws, he is bad, and I don't know why. And a lot of it got to do with his ball placement. But this is very telling right here. He's really bad on the left, and when you go to the short, he's bad on the left and the right. But intermediate, they want to throw it to the right, and deep, you want to throw it to the right and in the center. But look at the center, y'all. Deep center, highest score. Intermediate center, highest score. Short center, highest score. And we don't care about behind the line of scrimmage because you rarely ever, I mean, that's like a screen. We don't care. But look, highest score in the middle of the field because these teams leave it wide open. And this is why when them teams scheme and take it away, this is what they do to you. This is what they do to you. They force you on the outside, and that's why you be looking bad. It's interesting. Wow. This is really interesting data. And look at all his highest drops. Deep throws in the middle, even the drops. Not on the outside. They're not dropping his balls on the outside. Intermediate, his most in the middle. Short, in the middle is his most. This data tells you a lot. This data tells you a lot. Some of these ratings in the middle of the field are off the charts, and that's why. Middle of the field, first read in his line of vision. All right, we got passing depth, passing pressure. Let's see what we got under pressure. When Tua is kept clean, okay, he has his highest completion percentage of 68.1. His rating is a 90.4. When Tua is under pressure, which he's only under pressure 20. Ooh, I love these stats. This is where we're going to hang out for a little bit. These are the stats where you want to compare other quarterbacks. How are you when things aren't perfect? Tua is under pressure only 25.7% of the time, y'all. And he is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL when he's under pressure. When he clean and not blitz, he's amazing. But when he is under pressure, Tua is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Now, it's time to compare him to other quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to look at under pressure, and we're going to look at percentage of under pressures. Okay? Percentage of under pressures. I wish they had this with a chart for all the quarterbacks at once. They might do passing pressures. Let me see. By position, passing pressures, QBs. Ooh, we got it. Ooh, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right. All right. Let's look at the percent of under pressure. Look at Skylar Thompson at the top. 55%. When he played, he was under pressure. Remember, because Teron Armstead ain't playing that right tackle, that left tackle had the worst PFF grade of any tackle in the whole league the whole season. It was like a 3. Skylar Thompson at the top and Teddy Bridgewater second. When they were in the game, they were under more pressure than anybody in the league. Now, look at all these quarterbacks, right? So we got to get down to Tua, which is 20-something. Look at how many quarterbacks are under more pressure. Gardner Minshew, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields, Daniel Jones, Tyler Heineke, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Davis Mills, Nick Foles, Trevor Siemian, Justin Herbert's under much more pressure, Kirk Cousins more, Flacco more, Tannehill more, Russell Wilson more, Derek Carr more. Man. Mariota was more, Lamar Jackson more, Patrick Mahomes, Darnold, Wentz, Geno Smith, Matt Ryan, Josh Allen. And I knew this what the data was going to say. Tua is one of the least pressured quarterbacks, y'all. And he the worst in the NFL when he is. Anthony Brown, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Jacoby Brissett, Jameis Winston, Stafford, the whole league. Tua ain't even on the first list. Mac Jones, Goff, Kyle Allen, Colt McCoy, Deshaun Watson, Cooper Rush. He ain't even on the first page. We got to go to the second page to get to Tua. Here we go. Let's keep going. Jalen Hurts, Jimmy G, Kenny Pickett, Trubisky, Trevor Lawrence, Desmond Ryder, Trace McSorley, Baker Mayfield, Andy Dalton, Kyler Murray, Zappy, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa is way down here. And the rest of these quarterbacks barely played, other than Mike White doesn't get much pressure. Tom Brady doesn't get much. And that's the end of the list, y'all. Tua is one of the least pressure quarterbacks in the NFL this year, so I don't want to hear nothing about the O-line. I don't want to hear nothing about the O-line. Now, let's go to this. Now we need to go to the offensive ranking when you are pressured. How do these quarterbacks perform when they are pressured? Let me make that 125 so we can see the whole screen. All right. So now let's see how they are when they are under pressure. The DB percentage is how much they're under pressure. Remember, Tua is 25, okay? He's 25 on the DB. All right, so matter of fact, let's start with the DB. This is what guys do under pressure. I got to go offense. Let's see how guys. Josh Allen is number one in the NFL under pressure. Mitchell Trubisky, Mike White, Teddy Bridgewater. This is how you perform under pressure. Patrick Mahomes, Gardner Minshew, P.J. Walker, Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, Geno Smith, C.J. Beathard, Jameis Winston, Kenny Pickett, Andy Dalton, Aaron Rodgers, Jeff Driscoll. Jesus. Jacob Eason, Brian Hoyer. Some of these don't count. I'm going to go to the prominent ones with a lot of games. Dak Prescott, Jacoby Brissett, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Ryan Tannehill, Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, Zappy, Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Cooper Rush, and then Tua Tagovailoa. And guess what? Lamar is under him. But this is where you got to pay attention to that rushing ranking. When Lamar is under pressure, you see that 87 down there? That's why he's so good when he's under pressure running the ball. Tua Tagovailoa is one of the worst quarterbacks under pressure in the NFL, and I've been telling y'all this, and the data shows it. And there's a lot more people under pressure. PFF is showing you Tua don't even get pressured, and when he do, he the worst in the league, and all of these guys perform better when they do. All these guys perform better when they do get pressured. This is one of them stats you love to compare. And these are facts. This is data. Ain't no way around this. You can get mad about it, but it's data. All right, let's keep looking. Time in the pocket. Let's see who got the time in the pocket out here. We know we get rid of the ball quick. All right. All. Average. Okay, let me look at the key. Average time to throw on all dropbacks. Okay, all. All right. These are the guys who, at least the average time to throw. I need good games. PJ Walker, Tom Brady is 2.31. Cooper Rush, Joe Burrow, 15. Trevor Lawrence, Mike White, and then Tua Tagovailoa, around like 8th, maybe when you take out the people that don't count. But you know what this tells you, y'all? It's not because that's the time we have. is simply because we're getting rid of the ball quick. You know why? Because the last stat just showed you. He one of the least pressure quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, we're getting the ball out quick. Let's look at what these ATT means. Average time to throw on dropbacks with a pass attempt. Passing split. Y'all give me a second. Let's see. Total pressures of the passer of any kind generated by the defense. Wow, we already went through all those then. All right. See here, time in pocket. Allowed pressures. What is this? Pressures are a stat a QB can own. This report considers plays where the offense allowed pressures. Okay, see this. Gosh, I don't even see our guy. Anyway, let me see what these mean. QB owned pressures allowed. We don't get pressure much, so we can't have a high one. So, percentage of dropbacks with some responsibility. So this is interesting. I love this chart, y'all. So let me break this down for y'all. So APD, the number of dropbacks when under pressure. So this is how many dropbacks a quarterback got under pressure, y'all. And Tua he got 92 dropbacks under pressure. He 28th in the NFL. That's how many dropbacks he's taken under pressure. Justin Herbert, and I told y'all he got the worst O-line in the league this year. Y'all didn't want to listen. I've been telling y'all that for weeks. He has been under pressure the most in the NFL this year. Obviously, as you can see. Justin Herbert is number one in the NFL under pressure. 13 sacks, 2 hits, 13 hurries. Let me see PR. QB pressures allowed. And he has 28 QB pressures allowed. Okay? Now, here's the split. Offensive line owns 82%. Let me see. The left tackle accounts for 25.4%. They got 25% of the responsibility of all his pressures. The right tackle, 22%. So his edges are just horrible. His guards, 18%, 19%. And his center is the best thing on that team at 7.5%. His O-line is just horrible for him. Let me see what ITE, OTH. ITE, percentage of pressure generated by the defense charged to the offensive player, and percentage of defense charged to the offensive player. Okay. All right. That makes sense. And QB percent. QB percent of pressures generated by the defense charged to the offensive player. So Justin Herbert, he caused 13.9% of his pressures. You know how when the pocket ain't dirty, but you move up anyway? He only causes 13.9% of his pressures. It's his fault 13.9% of the time. That's what that breaks down to. Matter of fact, let's look at all quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson causes the most, well, for qualified quarterbacks, 33.9% of his pressures, he causes them. But we understand that because he's trying to run. No, that ain't a good sample size. Brock Purdy, 27. Let me get some good games. Mitchell Trubisky's up there. Jalen Hurts. See, these are mobile quarterbacks. It's okay if you're a mobile quarterback. You excuse them because they're mobile. They're going to have a lot of these. Justin Fields up there. Jimmy G. That's just bad of Jimmy G. He ain't mobile. Jimmy G looks like he the first one I could say leads the way. Him and Nick Foles. That's just bad. Kenny Pickett, not good. Baker Mayfield, even though he runs a little, not good. Mahomes, I understand, but at least his is 20. Josh Allen, I understand, 19.6. Russell Wilson, that's not good. Aaron Rodgers, you haven't ran much this year. That's not good. You're causing your own pressures. Marcus Mariota, 16%. Jacoby, where's Tua? Tua has caused 13% of his pressures, and that's actually good for Tua. But he also has one of the smallest sample size. Teddy has caused barely any of his. And he's one of the most pressured quarterbacks in the NFL, Teddy and Skyler. I don't even see Skyler on here, so that means he would have been lower than Teddy. Oh, well, we got more. There they go. Skyler's down here too. He calls it 7.7. And it's funny how Teddy and Skyler were the most pressure quarterbacks, but yet they caused the least amount, which shows you when they played, they were horrible. The O-line was horrible for them. That shows you. The O-line was just horrible for them. It wasn't them. It wasn't them. Because Armstead didn't play those games either. This data is very interesting, y'all. Tua don't get pressured. Let's look at sacks. Dang, how many times was Tua sacked this year? Barely any at all? I mean, something got to be wrong here. I must have missed them. Oh, this might be sacks that you cause on yourself, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, this sacks that you caused, I believe. Man, something wrong with my mouse. Man, it ain't letting me put. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. Oh, they only got 56 on here. So that might be a good thing. Oh, there he is. I just kept missing him. Who was 29th? So 3 sacks where quarterback owns it. All right, let me see. Let's see what else we got. Pressures allowed. That's it on the quarterback. That's all the in-depth statistics on the quarterback. That's why I don't want to hear nobody talking about our O-line, talking about they didn't play well. That's the reason why this and that, and this. I hate doing these streams, showing all this data, giving facts that can't be disputed. And then I hear people with these false narratives out here. And I be like, that's just not true. Tua's under constant pressure. That's just not true. He got to go to his first read because he always under pressure. It's just not true. It's not. It's just not. This will be interesting. Receiving versus scheme. Receiving versus scheme. Oh, here we go. This is the data you want to see, people. This is the data you want to see. Look at zone coverage. This is what you want to see. All right. Okay. Let me see. This is the stuff. PFF receiver grade for pass routes. Okay, this is what you want to see. So, all right. Here we go. Tyreek Hill in the zone is a 92. Waddle, 87.9. Yeah. Our boy's up there. I don't see nobody. Well, I ain't trying to look for them other guys. It is what it is. All right. There we go. All right, man coverage. Tyreek is 90.6 with 2 touchdowns. Where is Jalen Waddle? He's disappeared as I thought he would. No, it can't be that bad. I must have just missed him. I had to just miss him. He couldn't be that bad in man coverage. I had to miss him. Dang, I would have put him around 15. I knew he would fall. Oh. Jesus, he's not even in the top 50. Let me do this. I know how to find him. So let me do this. Go Waddle and then come across at number 5. God dog, Waddle drops all the way to 67.4 in man coverage. Y'all see that big difference? And that's huge. You're a 90 in zone and you drop to 67.4 in man coverage. Not even top 50 in the NFL. That's where Waddle, he got to win his one-on-ones better, man. Either that or his quarterback got to be better in it. See, this is what I want with the quarterback. Hold on. No. I know they have it. They have to have it. They got to have receiving versus scheme. Where's what? That's what they need. I see, and they wait till the end of the year to give it. But I want quarterback versus scheme. That's what I want to show y'all. Quarterback versus scheme. Ugh. Rushing report, blocking report, defensive report, defensive grades. Dang, man. Yards, route run, drop rates, run stop percentage, breakaway, adjusted completion. All right, let me look at adjusted completion percentage. All right. So just so you know, adjusted completion percentage is basically when we kind of like, let me read it, accounts for factors that hurt the passer's completion percentage but don't help show how accurate they are, okay? So adjusted completion percentage, what you want to look at to see, you want to get rid of the throwaways, the spikes, the batted passes, and the hit is thrown. All the things they can't really control. Okay? It gives you the real completion percentage to see how accurate they actually are. Okay? So let's see. Let's see where Tua ends up. How accurate is he? Daniel Jones is the first one that qualified because I'm not doing anybody under 7 games, okay? Daniel Jones is the first one. So Daniel Jones is amazing, y'all. He's the most accurate quarterback in the NFL this year, if you want to look at it that way. This takes all that crap out. What is your completion percentage if you took all that crap out? He's number 1. Herbert's number 2. Look at there. Herbert's number 2. Matt Ryan, number 3. Geno Smith, 4. Hurts is 5. Mahomes is 6. Burrow, 7. Goff, 8. Trevor, 9. Kyler, 10. Andy Dalton, 11. Kirk Cousins, 12. Tannehill, 13. Prescott, 14. Rodgers, 15. Jimmy G, 16. Kenny Pickett, 17. Allen, 18. Brady, 19. Stafford, 20. Wentz, 21. Jackson, 22. Jesus. Brissett, 23. Mac Jones, 24. Tua is 25th in the NFL in adjusted completion percentage. When you take out the batted balls, when you take out the drops, when you take out all the stuff they can't control. He's 25th in the NFL. Come on. Well, they dropping the ball. All these excuses. Let's look at drop rate. This should be interesting in the NFL. Are you going to load for me? Drop percentage. Drop percentage is what matters. Oh, well, these the players. Man, I want the quarterback. I want the quarterback. Do they have it for the quarterback? No, they just got it for the receivers. Let me see if they got the team name. All right, let's look for a Miami Dolphin with drop percentage. All right, Tanner Connor. He got 2 drops. Every catch he throw to him. Put him on the bench, coach. Let's see. Look at all these players in the NFL dropping balls. Miami got 1 in the top 50. Let's keep going. Up, Alec Ingold. 2 drops. Let's keep it going. Jalen Waddle, 8 drops. Man, that's not good. It's not good. Waddle with 8 drops. That's in the top 100. Let me do this. Let me go to drops alone. Look at that. Stephon Diggs has the most drops, but is still a lower percentage than Waddle. Waddle is second in the NFL in drops. Time to start noticing where some of the issues are coming from. Even though from a team standpoint, we ain't got a whole bunch of drops as a team. I need to look for that too. We ain't got no more drop leaders, y'all. Waddle is the guy. We got nobody else in the top 100 for drops. Oh, Tanner Connor, 98. Waddle got 8. Anybody else got 2 or less? Let me make sure. Let me go through it one more time. Oh, no. I found one. Tyreek Hill, he got 4. Yeah, you're right. Tyreek Hill got 4. And that's in a whole season. That ain't bad. But Jalen Waddles, that's a little concerning. That's a little concerning. Get this data, man. All this data. This is what it's about. It's how you better understand your team. I ain't got time for the defense right now. The O-line, you can get their blocking ratings and how they're doing and everything. Rushing grades. I want quarterback versus scheme, and that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I don't see on here that I don't like. I want quarterback versus scheme. Anyway, we've been going long enough. You miss more. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I'm actually getting tired of this. 12 drops is 0.75 drops per game with Hill and Waddle. Yeah. I know. And that ain't. And that's why this whole narrative of drops Ignore these people, man. They full of it. They want to make every excuse when we know where the real issue is. Hmm. But yeah, man, let me see. Let me look at one more thing to see if they have it. Hey, one thing I want: quarterback versus scheme, snaps by position, offense, offensive grade charts, blocking, passing depth, concept, passing, run blocking, passing pressure, rushing direction, receiving depth. Man, they don't have it. That's the one thing I want. And it comes in their end of the year report with ball placement and everything. Yeah, concerned. It comes with that and all. Ball placement and everything. PFF does a report at the end of the year. It has all of that. And I'm like, maybe they have it and I just don't know where to look right now. Yes. Yeah. See the QB annual 2022? Y'all see this? Oh, y'all ain't even looking at it. I'm tripping. I'm trying to show y'all stuff. You see this QB annual 2022? They'll do the 2023 next year. Look at this. Let me download it for y'all real quick. This is what I wait on every year. It gives you that ball placement. It gives you all of that draw, everything. This whole report, they come out. They give you every player. Matter of fact, do they got a table of content? Yeah, I got to find two of them. But they give you the heat maps, all routes. They give you the route heat maps. They give you the routes and target maps. I mean, they give you everything. Let me show y'all. Let me go to player by player. Yeah, so you see these? They give you all this stuff. Accuracy heat map. They give you all of this. They tell you if it's in their chest, what the percentage of all of these are. If it's low, they give you everything. I hate that they don't have it running during the season. And this is the 2020, I think. Open it for you. Thank you. Let me see if I can find two of for y'all. This one's, I think, this is Baker Mayfield. Who was this? Carson Wentz at the time. This is 2020. Dak Prescott. Daniel Jones. Oh, I gotta go far. Derek Carr. Deshaun. These the D's. Drew. These the D's. Tua is way down here. Alphabetical order must be. Jameis Winston. Hey. Joe Flacco. Josh Allen. Kyler Murray. Lamar. Man, Tua is way down here. Oh boy, it take forever. Patrick Mahomes. Ryan Fitzpatrick. He was with the dog. Yeah. That was Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Tannehill. Jets. Jameis Winston. Man, I think this. Oh, is that it? Did I miss him? That was Tom Brady. And Tua should have been in this area unless this is 2020, huh? We had Tua in 2020. Who was Sam Darnold? Hey, they don't have Tua on here for 2020. I saw his 2020 report. It wasn't long, but maybe they didn't put it in the. And this is hold on. Oh, I just closed it out by mistake. Anyway, man. But yeah, y'all just saw counts as 2020. Oh, that's 2019. Okay, I see what you're saying. Right, annual QB annual. Is that what it was? I was just on the wrong year. 2022 QB annual. Okay, I downloaded the 2022. Why did it give me 2020? I'm up here at the top. Download. Oh, now it's 2022. I don't know why I brought up 20 the last time. I probably got to rush all the way down to the bottom. Oh, Lord, it's taking a while to load. It's like 5% done. I think our drop problems are more during crucial play, TD. Yeah. But his ball placement be bad too sometimes, man. So I guess this is last year, 21 for it to be the 22, because next year's 23 will be this year. And I can't wait for that to come out.
Daddy, I feel more candy cane, so if you
All right, that's the last one. Okay.
Okay, tomorrow I feel more candy cane for tomorrow.
Yeah. All right.
Tomorrow I'm gonna add more.
See the scroll with the bar, not mouse. Well, I couldn't. Yeah, I tried to last time, but I couldn't see the bar. I'll hit Control Alt fine and do two. I don't know why I ain't think about that. I know how to do that. I'm tripping. Just press. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. It's taking forever to load, but remember, this is last year's. I don't think y'all care about it anyway. I mean, we want this year's, which don't come out to after the end of the season. What if we drafted another Tua? Then that's irresponsible of the Dolphins. You need somebody who can process a field. And you know what? Say you did draft another Tua, but maybe they're more durable. It's still a stretch. It's still not good, but at least you have them on the field where you could really evaluate a full body of work, a real season. 2 or 3 seasons in and ain't gonna play a full season yet.
Daddy, if you want more candy canes, you can get them. That's on my bucket.
Thank you. Someone gave me permission to get more candy canes out his bucket if I want some. Good for him. Somebody said, I care about it, TD. Show all. We actually did a show. We actually did a show on this 2022 report last year. This is why people be like, you don't know what you're talking about. I have the data. We've done a full show on this report that's downloading right now. Hours it took that show. but we went through everything. Ball placement, everything. Drops, pressures. The picture was way worse last year. Okay, Carter, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully this thing hurry up so I can show you just a few things because I don't have that much more time. I'm gonna get out of here and go to dinner. Oh boy. It's about 85%, I guess, something like that. Y'all see the little blue bar loading, taking forever. It's a big report, though. It is a huge report, as you can see on the last one. This is what kills me. I'm a data person. I'm an analytical person. It's where I always did my best in school. And took extra classes on stuff like this, analytics, ratios, everything. And people don't understand numbers. They can lie to you if you don't understand them. They can lie to you if you don't understand the numbers. And I'm a very analytical person. And the analytics tell you that Tua is not good in a lot of things. All right. Unfortunately, on this PDF, there is no control F function. Wait, hold on. Yeah, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there is no control F function on this PDF. So, got to do it the hard way, but I'm going to drop down. Let me go around 300. Right. Let me go 400, page 400. See if we, all right, that's Trevor Lawrence. So Tua is you. He'll be after Trevor. There we go. Tua Tagovailoa. The young Hawaiian, see, and they write a bio and everything. The young Hawaiian showed some development in 2021 while the Dolphins pushed for a playoff spot, but he still trails behind fellow 2020 top 10 quarterbacks picks Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and current ability and ceiling going forward. He played predominantly RPO-based offense that asked him to make simpler reads than most other quarterbacks. There is nothing inherently wrong with an RPO, but when its second read is a handoff to the running back, it does limit the scope of the decision the quarterback needs to make, which basically said they gave him elementary offense. Taking away RPOs, his turnover-worthy plays, rate sticks out because it means he's either unable to go through his progressions or throw accurately at a consistent level. Let me read that again because I read it backwards. Taking away RPOs, his turnover-worthy play rate sticks out. Excuse me, man, it's small. His turnover-worthy play rate sticks out because it means he's either unable to go through his progressions or throw accurately at a consistent level. If the Dolphins solidify their offensive line, it will help, but he also needs to take a giant leap forward in his development as well. They were telling y'all then, and this ain't biased, they just telling you. And another thing that they said that we need to go back to, he's either unable to go through his progressions or throw accurately at a consistent level. That's what they report gave him. All right. the routes by all players, below average routes, and above average routes are in red. I don't like that chart. But anyway, look, 20 plus yards to the left, he ranked 14th. Attempts were 17th in the league. Y'all can read it. Slants. Y'all remember them slants we keep talking about? 13%. Most targeted routes, the slant. High passer rating. The out route, the quick little out rating. That's why it's funny to me. He's bad in the short this year, but he was good last year, actually. These are all the routes that were run and how he did with those routes. How he did in those routes. In fact, I can't even blow this up. Let me try to blow. Well, I'm trying. It cuts off some of the screen. All right. Let's keep going because I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't have that much time. All right. Big time throws. Tua was 28th. All right. He was 28th green line NFL average. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I get this right. NFL average ranks out of 32 quarterbacks. 28th out of 32 in big time throws. The on target percentage 16. Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading this correct. The gray band is the 25th to 75 percentile. The NFL average is the green line. So let's see, third down grade. He was below positive grade rate. It's hard to read. This thing is real blurry down here. Passer rating when clean, passer rating under pressure. I would really have to blow this up. Oh, it's kind of grade. All right. All right. So you see passer rating when clean, 2020, 2022. Passer rating when unclean. I got to go back down again so we can come over here. Oh my gosh. This thing is hard to navigate. Okay. Did y'all see when he's, oh my God, don't tell me. Or don't often say I thought I went all the way to the top. I was about to trip. I can see it. I know I blew it up. So when he's clean, that's good. When he's not clean, he's horrible. He's not good under pressure. Pretty much is what this is saying. Man, let me just go to the heat chart because again, we can go through this another time in more depth. Let me just go to the heat chart. Hold on, let me get my little one. She done woke up on us. All right, we finna go, mama. We going to dinner. All right, time to throw. All right, passer rating, Deb. All right, here we go. Here's the heat chart, okay? All right, so here's the heat chart, okay? All right, so 60% of his passes, so accurate pass rate, 60% of his passes were accurate, okay? Right in the front. I mean, well, right in the chest, in the bucket. 9.7, almost 10% were back. Another 4% is almost behind. 5.5 is high. 5% is overthrow. 2.6 is in front, which is the lowest because he never lead them. 2.1 in front, 3.1 low, 2.9 underthrow. So as you see the red and the orange throwing behind his back, 10% are behind. This is why man coverage, he struggles in it and behind him. That on target is 60.2%. Accuracy above or below rest of NFL by depth. So the average in the NFL, as you can see, let me blow this up real quick. This is a good chart to look at. The green line is the rest of the NFL. That's the average, right? So behind the line of scrimmage, he's below average. 0 to 9 yards. Well, what's the gray? Hold on, y'all. Okay, 0 to 9, above average. 10 to 19, the intermediate. He was terrible last year. This is what I'm talking about. He's literally flip-flopped this year. He's literally flip-flopped. Last year, he was phenomenal in the quick game, the 0 to 9, and he was terrible in the 10 to 19. Now he's good in the 10 to 19 and terrible in the 0 to 9. He just straight flip-flopped. And that's at least he's better in the more deep depth ones. But now the short passes, he's bad. And that's part of the reason he don't throw them. Because he's also very inaccurate doing it. So look, the dark gray is accurate plus frame. Okay? That's where he is. The light gray is accurate only. He barely is just straight up accurate regardless. See, frame includes all of these, even if it's behind, which means they still may be able to catch it. But just straight up accurate in the chest, in the middle where you're supposed to be for the ball, it's a lot lower. This is why I tell y'all the ball placement has always been an issue for him. Always. All right, thank you. All right, let me go up real quick. Gray band, green line, NFL average, rank out of 32. Accurate pass rate, he's 21st out of 32 last year. Accurate pass rate, 11th out of 32. Catchable inaccurate passes, higher equals worse. Catchable inaccurate passes, he's 14th. He's in the middle of the field. Uncatchable pass rate, 12th. So that's the thing. A lot of them are catchable, but there's still a lot of inaccuracies as far as ball placement. But we talk about the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. We don't see no number ones. We don't see top 10 ratings. And Mike McDaniel said before this season started, it's his accuracy. No, you were caught up on his completion percentage that was high. It was never his accuracy. He wasn't great in his accuracy. Look at this. On target percentage. Last year, trash deep. Tyreek changed that. 10 to 19. He was trash intermediate. Tyreek and Waddle changed that. But now Tyreek and Waddle ain't hanging out in the shallows. And you were amazing last year, but now you're terrible in this area. Y'all gonna see when the numbers come out how bad he is from 0 to 9. And when you look at these charts for other guys, you see a whole different picture. You see a whole different picture. This is what kills me. Percent of throws by separation, right? Green dot is the NFL average. Gray dot is Tua. They said all receivers don't get separation. The league average was 20% separation. Tight window. We got 23%. We were better than the league average last year, y'all. We don't get separation, but yet we were better than the league average. You know why? Because nobody watch other teams. Other teams don't get separation either. We were actually better than the league average last year. Step closing. The league average, that means you got a little separation, like 1 or 2 feet. The league average was 25. We were 26. 1% more. Look at this. Look distribution. First read, 75% of the time. Accuracy on the first read, 61. Hold on, let me make this a little bit smaller so y'all understand. This is the funny one. Look distribution. The first read, we go to the first read 75% of the time. 75% of the time we went to the first read. That's Tua. I can't wait for this year to come out. I bet it's higher. The accuracy percentage, remember the league average is the green. The league average was 67. Tua go to the first read more than the league average. The accuracy percentage is 55. He's more accurate on that first read. 61. Good job. Uncatchable percentage. League average 21 on the first read, 18.9. He's phenomenal on the first read. Big time throw though, I'm sorry. First read, 5% in the around the league. He only 2.6. Let's go to the next read. He only go to the next read 11% of the time. The league average is 11. Now watch this. His accuracy on his second read, the league average is 52%. He's 36. You take away that first read and he's trash. That's what they're basically saying. That's what the numbers say. Take away that first read and you get what we keep getting when they take it away. Every time somebody take it away, don't Tua play bad. Look at this, uncatchable percent. 25% for the league on the second read are uncatchable. He kills that with a 36% of his throws in the second read are uncatchable. More than 1 out of every 3 passes after the second read ain't even catchable. A little more than 1 out of every throw he makes after the first read is uncatchable. Ain't even catchable. The league average is 1 out of 4. He's above 1 out of 3. That's horrible. Uncatchable balls. Check downs, 4%. The league average is 7. He does it less because a check down ain't your first read. And that's part of the problem. And as we're seeing this year, Tua has a lot of options to check down when he shouldn't throw. League average 67. He's right on par with that, 66.7. Uncatchable 7.6. He's lower, which is better, but we never do it. Scramble drills, mean him getting out of the pocket, the chaos he got to get out of there. The league average is 5%. He's only 2. Why? Because he's a first read quarterback. He ain't got to get out as much. He's accurate the same as the league. He don't do it much though. And his uncatchable balls, this is what you're talking about. This is why you don't want Tua on the run. This is why you don't want him doing the Mahomes stuff, improvising. Because the league average on a scramble drill where you actually throw a good pass, the league average is 34% uncatchable. He's 60%. 3 out of every 5 balls he throw ain't even catchable when he's forced out of the pocket. And look where all his turnover-worthy plays are when they force him out of the pocket. Keep his behind, man. That was last year now. This year might show a different in scheme. It's pretty average going across the board. I got to look up what that meant. But that was Tua's evaluation last year. But this accuracy thing, I'm still trying to figure out where did it ever come from? The receivers ain't getting separation. We're just on par with the rest of the league. We were running the league average. That was crap. And I ain't show you this one. You see the last dot? This is wide open in the league last year. The league was wide open 54%, and we were 52%. We're right there around the league average. A lot of teams dealt with what we dealt with. But when you look at other quarterbacks' charts, you're going to see a drastic difference, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see a drastic difference when you look at other quarterbacks' charts. And you got to pay attention to the second read. Tua, 11% on the second read and 36% accuracy and 36% inaccurate. That's horrible. And when you look at those other charts like Herbert and all of them, night and day, y'all. Night and day. PFF has all of it. They got it all. They got all the data you need. That's why people knock it, because it digs deeper instead of just a QBR. Do you know how to calculate QBR? It's basic. It has none of this. It takes none of this into account. He's the highest QBR. It takes none of this into account. I can't wait for the 2023 one to come out. It's going to be very interesting. Anyway, this is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We've been at it for almost 3 hours. I honestly wanted to jam me in an hour and a half, so we did some big-time overtime, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love. We're actually going to go more in depth of the All-22 tomorrow, I believe. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, again, subscribe. Love you, love you, love you. Peace. I am out. I will see y'all later. Salute.